Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah, coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praises to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Pray that the Most High blesses this lesson this afternoon, gives more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past, in order to understand the events that are currently happening on the earth. So we get a much better understanding of things that are soon to come on the earth. Now, we're still going to get back into some history. We're still going to be getting into some teaching. We're not just going to go back and forth with what's going on just today. We still got to continue with getting more knowledge and understanding and seeing how things have been hidden. Especially now, like I said, as the Most High is increasing knowledge, we need to make sure we're bringing out this knowledge and understanding. Now, remember, we were talking about a couple things, kind of bringing all these things together. We're looking for, if you remember in the medieval empire of the Hebrews or the Israelites, it's always talking about how over there in the three parts, they didn't have much of anything until after 1492. This book right here, Vatican Archives, is actually proving that as well. And remember now, there wasn't any history, there was no proof that the Egyptian pyramids were there until late 1790s or whatever else when Napoleon got there. We now have proven that there's very little, so no archaeological evidence to prove that the first five of the books of the Bible actually occurred over there in the so-called Middle East. So now we're going to take a quick look here at this Vatican Archives book talking about the establishment, of the Papal States. Now, they would make it seem like if the Papal States were there, then they should have, records or whatever of these things happening thousands of years ago. They're saying that they, canonized the Bible in the 300s, 325 AD. Then you would think then that they would have the papal borders pretty much all set up for thousands of years. Now, this book right here lets you know a little something right here. Check this out. Let's just take a look at that top paragraph. Let's see when the Papal States were actually established, okay? The Papal States, also known as the States of the Church, took shape as a region under the civil control of the papal court during the Middle Ages. The Pope's authority over the territory rose and fell with the political fortunes of the various powers interested in Italy. But in the 16th century, the boundaries of the state became more or less fixed. So they make it seem like they've been there forever. But really, these boundaries have barely gotten fixed around the 16th century. Again, after 1492, after they came over, to the Americas, after that was when they pretty much set up the Papal States and fixed their borders. You see, and just like in a video we did a couple videos ago, where we're going through that magazine, and you're looking at all of the, all the dates, and most of them are after 1492. And a sister actually let me know when they had the range. I didn't realize this, but the range of dates was actually the life of the artist. So thank you for enlightening me. I didn't realize that, but now I got that. So it was like the lifespan of the artist, and then I guess the date that they actually were going ahead and painting, these so-called masterpieces. So yes, we all learn something every day. That's why, as a nation, it's beautiful to come together and get knowledge and understanding as we have to together. So let's continue a little bit more, read a little bit more of this, okay? But then in the 16th century, the boundaries of the state became more or less fixed. The state occupied an irregular shaped area of central Italy, from the Po River and the region of Ferrara through Emilia and Romagna in the north, through the Marches and Umbria in the center, to the patrimony of St. Peter around Rome and Campagna. Okay. Now, you can see that a lot of the things that they have was actually influenced by what they found over here. Just like St. Peter's Square looks just like Teotihuacan and the middle right there. I've done videos on that where I showed them right next to each other. Now that we realize that Teotihuacan was actually older, then they just copied what they saw at Teotihuacan and put it at St. Peter's Square. I'm just bringing out a little bit of information. It'll be a short video. We're going to bring out some more. I've had these videos actually lined up for a little while, and the Most High has moved me to make sure I get this stuff out to you guys. Okay. So here, as you can see, on this page right here that the the states, for the papal states, was not really fixed until the 16th century. So again, a little bit more information about how many of these things were all set up after they got over here and then got that information. But if you look up St. Peter's Square and you look up Teotihuacan, you will see pictures side by side how they look almost identical. So it makes sense that they came over just like they've done everything. They've come over here to the Americas, come over here to the Promised Land, copied it, taken it back over there, and made it seem as if those things were way longer than the things over here in the Americas. So we're going to bring out some more information here shortly. But this is a good little taste here of what's to come very shortly. All praise is to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.